Man, I'ma tell you like this. You know what it is, you know what it ain't. Stop playing.
Good afternoon, world. What's going on with you? Once again, it is I, the one, the only. His name is Riz. He also goes by Oso, the man of very many names. You know how it go. Anyways, man, let's go ahead and get into it today. Let y'all know what this episode is about. We never really got to do a formal introduction episode due to just lots of things going on. But hey, we're gonna do it today. Apologies for my voice. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but that shows you how dedicated I am to getting this content out to you guys. You feel me? So just give you a quick understanding of the types of things we're gonna be talking about on the podcast. Just a whole lot of real life situations. We actually want to deal with things that's going on in the world, so we want to bring on real life people, real life guests, real life struggles, just everyday life. This is also going to be a very therapeutic type of podcast, so it's going to be very interactive. So those that want to be involved, feel free to reach out, just comment, things like that. Inboxes, emails, those things, DMs are always open. So anything you guys ever want to talk about or have talked about on the show, bruh, just shoot me a text. It's so simple. So definitely want to be interactive. So if you want to participate, feel free to always. What else? So it's gonna be lots of content. We're gonna be doing lots of cool things. We're gonna be doing skits, stories, reenactments type stuff. So it's gonna be great. For those that don't know, my name is Riz. Stage name is Oboy Oso. I do make music, I entertain, I make jokes, I do lots of things. So, and then I had a couple friends of mine come up with some questions for us so we can have just a kind of like a little starting point for the podcast. So let's get it started. So what's the biggest influence your relationships have on you? Girl, family, etc. So that's a quality question. That was my homeboy Jock that gave me that question. So just kind of sum up what I had. Like, the biggest influence my relationships have on me is just how to understand how to treat people, because I'm a pretty antisocial person. I don't really like people. I don't like being around people. I don't like big groups of people. I know it sounds crazy coming from a person that makes music, right? Like shows and all that, and yeah, I know that stuff is cool and all, but I'm not really big on I'm not big on club scenes and stuff like that. I was more like a kickback person, house parties and stuff. So even with the music, I had to come out of my shell, because when I have done shows, people be coming up to me, approaching me, and it's so weird to me, because it's where I'm from, bro, if you don't know nobody, bro, you don't just walk up on them, bro. It don't go down like that. So people really come running up to me after I perform and stuff, and it was the first couple times it happened, it kind of took me back, why are you running up on me like that? Just be calm, but I understand that's just what comes with it and stuff like that. So but just relationships wise, I've learned a lot how to treat people, because I used to kind of just brush people off and not really want to deal with them and stuff like that, or I would treat people in kind of way, not intentionally I would intentionally treat you bad, but I just didn't really feel like people was worth my time and stuff like that, in a sense. It ain't really no energy. I don't really feel like exerting no energy in being friends with people, for what, a lot of people be having ulterior motives, and I don't really be on that. So but I've learned that not everyone is like that, and I've learned how to talk to people better and relate to people better, and surprisingly a lot of people relate to me. So just influences was just meeting lots of people and kind of understanding where they come from, and them understanding where I come from has actually helped me significantly. So everyone kind of influences me, I guess, and trials and tribulations with relationships kind of helped me understand how to treat women, and what things were appropriate and what things weren't appropriate. Even though those are things I probably should have known, they weren't. So that's just what it was. It wasn't really something that we established in my household, how to treat women. So kind of had to learn that on my own. Oh well. What challenging events happened in your life, and how have they molded you as a person? I feel like every day above ground is a challenge, honestly. I don't think there's a single day we walk this earth that is easy. Like, there are some days that are definitely better than others, of course, but I don't think any day is easier than the next day, just because, like, you don't know what's going to happen in a day. There's been days, like, you wake up thinking it's about to be a normal, regular day, and then boom, you're in a car accident. Your whole entire car is smashed, like, destroyed. And you're like, whoa. Like, so, it's like, who knows? Like, so every day is a challenge. So it's just really about navigating them, seeing what every day presents to you and stuff like that. And things that molded me is just life. Like, life sucks, bro. Like, life is hard. Like I don't care where you come from, bro. We all done struggled at some point. We all done, like, had traumatic experiences. Life sucks, bro, but you gotta persevere. You gotta keep going. You gotta get through it. Like, I got a lot of homies. They didn't really get to even experience life. Like, a lot of them boys ain't even get to see their 18th birthday, 21st birthdays. Like, it's crazy, but that really kind of made me, like, value life, like, value breathing. Like, no matter how much I'll be like, damn, bruh, life sucks, I hate this. It's like, boy, you got a life. Like, you better be thankful for that, for real. So that definitely molded me, like, just life, really. What's your proudest accomplishment right now? Proudest accomplishment? Just, like, music in general. There's, like, particular songs I'm, like, really proud of and stuff, but it's also more so, like, videos and stuff I put out. Like, I'm really proud of that Breaking Point video I put out a couple years ago. That was, like, a really dope video that we put together, and, like, a lot of people really loved it. And a lot of people felt like it really related to them. So that's, like, the cool thing about music is, like, it's so universal. Like, even though these people don't know you and don't know your particular struggles, they still relate to it. They still feel it. They still, like, they've been through that. So having people reach out to me and telling me, like, bro, I listen to this song every day. Like, this song gets me through my day. All types of stuff like that. That's, like, pretty cool. Like, I really like that kind of stuff. So that's, like, what I'm proud of. Like, I'm just proud that, like, people see where I'm coming from and they relate to it. So that's, like, something I really take pride in, because that's, as an artist, that's what you should strive for. I feel like, personally, you should want people to, like, relate to you and want people to, like, feel what you going through, because they done been through it too, you know. So that's, like, what I'm proud of for sure. Biggest influence. My biggest influence. I feel like lots of people have influenced me, but I don't really have, like, a particular big influence. I feel like I'm my own biggest influence. And I don't mean that, like, in no arrogant way, even though sometimes I am arrogant. But nah, I'm just like, but no, the reason I say that is because I'm a really self-driven person. Like, I don't need nobody to tell me what I need to do. I don't need nobody to tell me, like, get up today and get on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get up today, go do this, go do that. I'm going to do it because I want to do it, because I know what I want out of life. And only I'm going to stop myself. I'm not going to let you stop myself. Like, it's me against the world sometimes, how I be feeling. But that's the mindset I feel like everybody should have, because it's like, you are your biggest critic. You are your biggest opponent. You are your biggest obstacle. The second you overcome yourself, everything else will happen. And I promise, the day I realized that, the day I stopped realizing myself, the day I was like, not realizing myself, stop doubting myself and stuff like that. The day I was like, bro, you need to do this, you need to do that, forget what everybody else say. It just, like, clicked, you know? So I say I'm my biggest influence. Why music? Ooh, good question. But really the question is, like, to me, is why not music? And the reason I say that is because it's like, I didn't even know I was gonna be making music. If you would have asked me, like, it's 2020. If you would have asked me, like, 2013, did I think I was gonna be making music? I would have been like, hell no, I ain't finna be making no music. Like, for what? I ain't even like music. Like, that's what's crazy to people when I tell people I make music. I don't know nothing about music, bro. Like, I don't know nothing about music at all. Like, and when I say that, like, I don't know nothing about, like historic classics and, like Like, bruh, it's times like people will put me on an old school song and they're like, bro, you never heard this da 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 da. And I'm like, bro, I don't know nothing about music, bro. I didn't even know about NWA to the fucking movie, bro. Like, I ain't know who them niggas was, bro. I ain't big on music, bro. I wasn't big on music. I have no like musical history, recognition. I don't know nothing about music. I just music became kind of therapeutic for me. Like, a lot of things was happening in life in my city, a lot of things around me, and it was like what I was big into as a child was poetry. Like, I like writing, so I used to always write poems and stuff like that as a kid, and so that was kind of like my therapy. I would just like, whatever I'm going through, I would just like write it in my little notebook and stuff. And then music came about. Really, if I'll be completely honest, the person that really kind of made me be like, bruh, I can make music, I'm gonna be completely honest, Lil Kodak Black, bro. And the reason I say that, it was like watching Kodak, I'm like seeing, bro, I've been following Kodak since like 2014. Yeah, 2014. So like, this was you know what I'm saying, pre tunnel vision, all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, I was on Kodak back on Project Baby and Heart of the Projects 2, really. Heart of the Projects 2, no, Heart of the Projects 1, because he ain't dropped no Heart of the Projects 2, I'm tripping. But Heart of the Projects was like when I first heard, bruh, and I was like, I'm listening to his music, and like, of course it's lying to me, but I'm like, bruh, the same stuff this man like talking about is like the same stuff that going around us. And it was like, bruh, like, it was just like motivation in a sense, like, cause like I literally watched this man come from nothing to become one of the most prominent artists, and I was like, bro, I can do this shit. Like, bro, like, I really can, bro. Look, Kodak Black did it, bro. Like, I can do that shit too. And that's just like, I started taking music more seriously because I started putting out music and like the people was liking the music. So I was like, oh, okay, we can do this. Alright, so enough about that stuff. Let's talk about some more like current stuff. So, are you shopping for Christmas while in a pandemic? I am, actually. What am I getting for Christmas? I have yet to figure that out. And what am I getting people? I still have yet to figure that out too. So, well, how is Christmas different for you this year? Ooh, this year's Christmas is different for me because it's actually going to be my very first Christmas. Well, not like very first Christmas, but pretty much my very first Christmas that I'll be actually celebrating. Because growing up in my household, my dad is like old school Haitian. Yeah, we don't do Christmas, bro. My pops ain't finna have no blowed up snowman outside in his yard. He ain't finna have no Christmas lights up, bro. Pops ain't finna run up his light bill for them Christmas lights. He ain't going for it, you feel me? I'm not doing that this year either. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really see the point in it because it's like, why? But, definitely celebrating Christmas this year, like presents and stuff. So that's kind of like exciting for me because it's my first time actually doing that. So I'm actually pretty excited. I guess I'm assimilated to the culture. Boop, 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 boop. So what are some goals you have going into the new year while in a pandemic? Just to like navigate the pandemic, be safe as possible, as well as still enjoy life. Like, it does suck that we're in a pandemic and everything, but yo, life goes on, bro. I'm sorry. Like, them bills don't stop. Like, you still gotta get money. We still gotta grind. We still gotta continue living our lives. Like, it sucks. A lot of people are dying. A lot of people are getting sick. A lot of stuff has got slowed down significantly, but hey, I'm alive. You alive. It is what it is, boy. We just ended it. Alright, what's next? How far are you planning ahead? Not really sure what you meant by that question, but if it's for the pandemic, I'm not really planning ahead because, bro, I don't like what am I planning for? Like pandemic wise, like, I don't know when this is gonna end, if it's ever going to end. Do I plan to take a vaccine? No. Do I suggest anyone take the vaccine? If you decide that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Me personally, I'm not doing that. reason I'm not doing that. I don't really believe in man-made medicine. I know it sounds crazy, but hey man, even the Bible says don't take man-made drugs. Not gonna act like I read every scripture in the Bible and know the Bible word for word, but it's somewhere in there it said that, so that's all I need to know. And I mean, I don't really think there's really anything we can like necessarily plan for as far as the pandemic. We just, hey man, we just gotta take it for what it is and do our very best. So, you know, wash your hands, stay 6 feet apart, wear your mask. Who would you? Now planning ahead career wise, just a whole lot more production, whole lot more content, a lot more videos, a lot more interaction. Definitely want to become one of those people that's like interactive with the fan base. Definitely not even really fan base, the support base. Really, that's really what it is, because that shit is important. Like, I love seeing artists that like respond to their comments on Instagram. I love seeing artists that will go live with their fans and stuff. Like, that shit is lit to me. Like, I think like every artist needs to be like that. So so just like a lot more interaction, a lot more content, just a lot more work. I love working. I love doing this kind of stuff. I don't know why. It brings me joy, honestly. So just lots and lots more. And also, like, for those that don't know, like, anything you do doesn't happen overnight. No matter how great you are, like, everybody has to grind. Like, everybody has to work. Like, there's nothing that, like, nothing meant to last long term will happen overnight. Because if it does, it's not going to be long term. Like, if it's going to be long term, you have to have put in the work for it. You have to have grinded for it. You have to have, like, really sat there and said, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. And know that, like, it's not gonna happen in a day. It's not gonna happen in a week. It's not gonna happen in a year. This is like a 10-year plan that I have in my mind with this. So we only on like what, year 4? So let's proceed. What inspired you to make a podcast? I didn't really have anything necessarily inspire me to make a podcast. I just knew I wanted to get a camera, and when I knew I was gonna get a camera and the kind of stuff I was gonna do with a camera, I was just kind of like on YouTube, and like I'm always on YouTube. Like, I'm always watching videos, tutorial videos, all types of stuff. Who knows? Like, I'm just like a YouTube fanatic. I think it's like the greatest thing ever. But all jokes aside, but nah, like I just watch like a lot of lots of things, like lots of cool videos, and a lot of cool interesting characters on YouTube, and like the type of stuff that they do, and I'm like, bro, that's like lit. That's like pretty cool. And then I was like, bro, I can do this same stuff. Like, there is nothing any of these people are doing that I cannot do myself. And that's the way I feel like everybody should feel. Honestly, I feel like we live in a world that everyone compares themselves so much to one another anyways, but you should never feel like someone is doing something that you yourself cannot do. Like, if they can make $1 million off videos on YouTube, you can make $1 million off videos on YouTube. Point blank, period. Like, that's what it is. And so I was like, shit, fuck it. I'm just gonna try to do that bit. What motivates you every day? I'm glad you asked. What motivates me every day? My nigga, I am broke. That is what motivates me every day. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to stay broke. I don't like being broke. That shit is not it, chief. That shit dead. That shit is for the birds. Bro, that shit sucks. Like, no. That is all the motivation I need. I'm trying to get this money. I'm trying to get this bread, kid. I'm trying to be straight. I'm trying to have my people good. I want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be pulling up to the goddamn mall every day, and it's not even a question like if I can buy it or not, my nigga. Like, it's not even, that's not even up for a topic. That's not even up for discussion. Like, we in that bit and we selling the fuck out. We copping everything. We in that bitch acting a fool. Like, we ain't here for none of that other shit, bro. We ain't here like doing the fucking mathematics like, oh, is it gonna fit in the budget? Nah, bro. You want it, drop it, spend it, get it. That's what motivates me every day. Motivates me every day is seeing like the people are like the people I've been watching for a while, like actually pan out, like they living their dream. The stuff they was talking about in 2016, they really doing it now in 2020. Like, that's what motivates me, and I feel like that's what should motivate everybody. Like, why would you want to be broke? Why would you want to be in the hood? For what? That shit dead. Let's get this money, you feel me? Alright, so that's what motivates me every day. Also, people around me motivate me every day. Like, I'm a competitive person, but it's all friendly competition. Like, you know, just all my friends doing things like being successful, working on their crafts, getting degrees, stuff like that. That motivates me every day because I'm like, hey, you on your shit, my dog. Like, I gotta get on my shit too. I ain't finna be the bum of the group. The fuck? But, what goals do you want to accomplish in 2021? What goals do I want to accomplish in 2021? Numbers. I want numbers. I want numbers. Digits. Figures. I want income. Revenue. Stats. Also want plays. I want just lots of things. Like just, you know, lots of progress in production. So just better numbers. All that. Where do you see yourself in 2 years? I don't really like questions like that because it's something I've learned. Nothing ever goes according to plan. So as long as I'm alive in 2 years and I'm better off in 2 years than I am now, I'm not even saying that I'm not in a good place now because I honestly do feel like I'm in a good place. I don't really have too many complaints right now at this point in my life. But definitely just better off, being better off than I am right now. Then that's the big goal. Definitely. Like, I don't feel like we should ever want to stay the same. We should always want to progress, always want to get better, of course. So what advice would you give younger Oso after all the things you know now? I'll give myself a lot of advice, but at the same time, you can't really say that because it's like those mistakes and those things that you go through at a young age kind of does what helps you like understand the things you should be doing later, you know? So, but certain things I would go tell myself, spend your money wiser. Like, I was just spending money on dumb stuff when I was a kid, like just buying shoes all the time for no reason. Bro, I don't even like shoes, bro. I've come to the realization I don't even like shoes, bro. I'm more of like a Sperry's and moccasins type person, bro. I used to be wanting to get kicks and bro, I don't even play basketball. What am I buying Jordans for? Like, for what? But like, I don't know. So spend my money wiser. Definitely would tell myself like focus on myself more, for real. I spent a lot of time in my younger days like trying to mess with females, but I don't know, I was on some other shit. But I feel like that's every teenage and young boy, really. Like, all we think about is fucking vagina, bro. This shit's still stupid, bro. It's not even like, bro, it's not even that deep, y'all, boy. It's like, that shit gonna come later in life, bro. I promise you, bro. I'm so serious. So, that's what I would tell younger me, bro. Like, focus more on yourself, bro. The bitches can wait. And they will. Like, believe it or not, they will. I'm so serious. So that's what I'll tell younger me. Alright, so that's enough about me and the questions. Another thing I want to talk about, kind of like I told y'all, it's going to be very therapeutic. This podcast is going to be. One thing I wanted to go ahead and talk about real quickly is mental health and how important it is to understand it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to say I'm depressed. It's okay to say I'm not happy. It's okay to say I don't like the way things are going in my life right now. There is nothing wrong with that. We all have been there. We all have gone through it. But the first part of admitting it and knowing that there's a problem or that you're going through something and not denying it is the first step. Seeking help is the first step. And I don't mean you gotta go on Dr. Phil. You can come to Dr. Riz always. I'm serious. You can't always come to me though, for real. But just like admitting that there's something wrong with you. No matter how minuscule it is, understanding that, taking responsibility for that, wanting to make a change is the most important part. Like, I've been depressed multiple times in my life. There was a point in my life, like, nothing was going right, bro. Like, I'm talking about, I had just gotten into a horrible car accident. It's in the middle of the winter. I'm up at school in Gainesville, and like, I'm waking up, bro. It's 20 degrees in the motherfucking morning, bro. Talking about getting to class at 9 in the morning, in the fucking freezing tundra to me. I'm sorry, 24 degrees is cold as fuck to me. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but bruh, I'm not from that, bruh. That was cold to me, bruh. You think I'm finna get out my bed at 8 in the morning trying to catch multiple buses to get to class? You crazy, bruh. This shit ain't. And I just trapped myself in my room for a month. Like, I barely saw the light of day. And I was just miserable, bro. Like, I'm talking about I'm in a student apartment with a bunch of weird, random kids that's like, this one nigga got like 4 pet reptiles, bro. I'm like, what is this nigga doing, bro? Like, oh man, just weirdos, bro. Except for one of them niggas, he was cool as fuck though. That dude was cool as fuck. That was my dog. But yeah, man, it was just like I was just in a bad place, and like honestly, like a lot of great people helped me get through it for real. Like a lot of people in my life, and that's why I say talk to someone, bro. Let someone know what's going on with you, how you're feeling. Like sometimes that's all you need to do. When you're able to get that off your chest, get that off your mind, have someone else hear what's going on with you and counsel you, give you advice, help you. A lot of people are good people. A lot of people want to help you. A lot of people want to see you be successful. A lot of people will actually listen to your problems and help you come up with solutions. You just have to be willing to tell them you have a problem. But at the same time, the change has to start with you. You can't expect them to do it all for you. There's not a lot of people that will do everything for you, but there's a lot of people that will do a lot for you, you know? So that's important. And just don't be afraid. Like, don't be afraid to admit you have a problem. There is no shame in that, because we're all human. We all struggle. We all go through things, but we have to admit that we're going through them in order for that change and that progress and that just overall better feeling to happen. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. And like I said, you can always reach out to me, always come to me, even if it's just like you just want someone to like not judge you, bro. I ain't go to no fucking law school, nigga. I ain't finna judge nobody. So just even if you just want someone to listen to your problems, you can always come to me for real. Alright guys, I only got like 30 more seconds before my voice just completely caves out on me and tells me it's not finna let me talk no more. So that being said, I thank y'all so much for y'all time today. Definitely be tuned, man. We finna be turned up for real. So definitely excited, and we're gonna have lots of great content coming to y'all. Y'all be safe, stay up. God bless. This ain't type shit you wish on nobody.
You wanna drink, Alec? Well, you wait.
I woke up in the morning with your lights off. My pops was 38, he ain't know what's going on. Mad at the whole world, so I had to get up out it. That nigga right there tossing, so I'm searching for exotic. Rolling through the hood, trying to figure out who got it. If you got that all, let a nigga come and cop it. I ain't doing little shit, that nigga right here shopping. Trying to make a whole big, I'm all about a profit. Pull up to the corner store, couldn't believe when I been the corner. See my YG posted up, know he had a toolie tuck. Ready just some go some shit. Track came out with the blick, and that boy had a wood tip. Then them boys both slit, dabbed them in the mischief. I do not remit this, I will not repent shit. With it with my 6 cents, I don't have no resentment. Did it for this life, did it for the thrill, and I did it alright. Come back in the city, and I come back for the fight. Coming for my title, and I'll make sure that I'm right. Put on for the city, I'ma put on for the guys. Coming out of Lee County, 239.
Hop out, throw in my Reebok. My life like a movie that I wouldn't rewatch. If he spot on, then we got him, but this ain't no bebop. Finna take off like a rocket, nigga, I'ma blast off. This that real shit, they gon' feel this. Twist out like a mango, nigga, we gon' peel it. This flow, they gon' steal it. I got the cobra, won't reveal it. Ain't no squealing. And I'm with old soul, we blowing dro. We smoking mojo, nigga, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. We smoking gab, bro. We smoking, nigga, ain't smoking no gab, bro.
I woke up in the morning with your lights off. My pops was 38, he ain't know what's going on. Mad at the whole world, so I had to get up out it. That nigga right there toxic, so I'm searching for exotic. Rolling through